We're moving on to 2.17 now. And we're looking for green, red, and blue wavy underlines in our document. Our document does not have any green wavy underlines like the one in the book does. That indicates a potential grammar problem. And the word has right here has a green wavy underline under it in the book. But we'll try to figure out how to fix that even though the line is not there. If we look down the lower left-hand corner here, we see this little pad of paper with a red X on it. And what that means is that some proofing errors were found. And it says click to correct, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to go to, we can see the errors up here with the red underlines. And when you find a word that has a red underline under it, it's probably misspelled, or it could just be an unusual word that's not in the dictionary. But right-click on it, and you will get some suggestions for a replacement, and then pick the right one. Here I've got the word "and" occurring twice in a row, and if I right-click on that, and one of my choices is to delete the repeated word. And now we want to do a Control Home to move to the beginning of the document, and we're going to go to the Review tab, and in which we're on already, and then in the Proofing group over here, click the Spelling and Grammar button. And it will start checking the spelling and grammar in our document. And the first thing it does is it finds the word which, and it's smart enough to tell that that's the wrong use of the word which, so we want to click on change it to the suggestion over here. Click on change. And then it takes us to references, which has 2 R's in it, and we want to change that to references with 1 R. And then honor student needs to be corrected, and has needs to be changed to have, so we'll tell it to change that. And convenience is misspelled, we will change that, and we are done with our spelling and grammar checker. And that also means we're done with 2.17, so we're going to save our document here again. And we're going to go to 2.18 now. We want to be able to view the body of the letter and go to the paragraph that begins with a permanent right here. At the end of the second line, locate and right-click the word diversity. So that's right here. And I right-click on it. And I have synonyms. And Word will suggest some synonyms for me here, and the one that I want is variety. I just click on variety, and it changes the word diversity to variety. Now we want to go to the paragraph that begins with "as my resume illustrates," which is this one down here. We want to point to the word exceptional, and we're going to right-click on that again, and we're going to choose synonyms. And we'll go down to the bottom of that and choose thesaurus. When we do that, the research pane appears over here on the right. And we want to point to the word exceptional that is not bold here. And click the arrow. I'm sorry, wrong one. This one. Click the, let's go back here. Okay, let's try that again and click on the right version of the word excellent this time. And we're going to click on excellent here. And click on the arrow. And we're going to choose insert. And it puts the word insert in my document where the word exceptional was before. And now we're just about done with this activity, and we're going to go to the file menu here, and we're going to do the usual thing with properties, and we're going to put in our name. And for keywords, we're going to put cover letter. Close, save, That finishes up activity 2.18. Now we're going to move on to objective 7, create a document using a template, and activity 2.19. So we're going to close any open documents. And we're going to go to our file menu to bring up the backstage view. And we're going to click New. And we get this list of available templates. And we want sample templates right here. And these are in alphabetical order. If we scroll down to the M's here, we want a median resume, which is this one right here. Click on Create. Now we're going to save it. File, Save As. And we're going to name it last name. Click on Save and add our file name to the footer. And just go down here and Quick Parts, Field, File Name. Click on OK. And that's the end of activity 2.19. Now we're in activity 2.20. Click on the picture and notice the Picture Tool tab right here. So we got to double click to get out of the footer. Click on the picture here. And the Picture Tool tab comes up. And this is also in a table, so we've got two extra sets of tabs up here, one for Picture Tools and one for Table Tools. We want to go to the Layout tab. And on the Layout tab, on the table group over here on the left, we want to view the grid lines. So now we can see where the tables are, where the cells in the table are. And at the top of the upper table, click the Resume or Resume Name tab arrow, which is right here. And we want to click the first style, the one called Name, to switch to the style that has no picture. And that changes it for us. In the first row of the table, select the displayed text and replace the text by, that will be right here, Tina Wynn. The second row, click anywhere in the date control. Right here it says select the date, and this is another placeholder. Go to the Layout tab. Click the Delete button and say Delete Rows, and it gets rid of that row. Now we want to go to the content part that says type your address, and all of these here are placeholders. You see the little blue box with the dots on it. That's how you can tell you've got a placeholder. And we'll just pause for a minute here and type everything in. Okay, all that involved was simply clicking on the placeholder and then typing in the appropriate text. So now we're moving on to activity 2.21, removing template controls and formatting the resume. And we want to go to the top of the document and point to the placeholder that we did not use. And we can get rid of it here by right-clicking on it and choose Remove Content Control. And press backspace to get rid of that blank line on the bottom there. Now select the 3 lines with the address, phone, and email information. That would be these 3 right here. And the text is, on the mini toolbar here it says that the text is 11.5. We're just going to change that to 12. Click anywhere in the lower table. Point to the upper left-hand table. Get that little plus sign in a box over here. And click on that to select the entire lower table. On the mini toolbar, change the font size to 12. So let's go here and change everything in there to 12. Click anywhere to cancel the selection. On the Page Layout tab, in the Page Setup group, right here, click on Margins, and then click Custom Margins. That's down here at the bottom. Change the top margin to 1.5 and left and right margins to 1. Let's try that again. Whoops, I clicked the wrong. I gotta click on this one. And I want the top margin to, let me see, 1.5. It doesn't say anything about the bottom margin. I want the left and right margins to be set at 1. Click on OK. And now what we want to do is we want to take this name here, right click on it, and tell it to remove the content control. The text stays, but the control is gone. Now we want to do Control F2. This is probably one you're not going to remember. It's just a shortcut for getting over here to the Backstage view. Click the Info tab. Go to Properties over here, and we want Show Document Panel in the Author box. We put our name in. And for keywords, we're going to type short resume, comma, template. Click on the X over here on the right, and that's the end of that one. So we're going to save that and move on to activity 2.22. Saving our resume as a web page. So what we want to do is we want to do a Save As. So go to your File menu here and do a Save As. And we've got choices for types here. We've got quite a few. One of them is a single file web page. Let's do single file web page. And in the file name box, we want last name, first name to be, and then we're going to change it to HTML resume. Click Save. And now the page margins are gone because web pages don't have page margins. And we want to go to Backstage View again and click on Properties. And again, we're going to put our name and some keywords in. So let's go to and I clicked on the wrong thing here. Let's try that again. Let's go to Properties and Advanced Properties. Okay. And on the Summary tab in the Subject box, put your course name and section number. We'll skip that. In the Author box, make sure your first and last name is there, and it is. Under Keywords, replace the existing text with HTML. So I'll just drag that and we'll type HTML. Click on OK. Click on the Home tab. Click on Save, and then exit out of Word, and that is the end of Project 2B.